What's up, positive people? You got Dana here, and I'm coming to you guys with a new video. And this video is particularly special because it will be, I guess, an update, a remix, a revamp, a redo, if you will, of my pros and cons of moving to Seattle video. And it's all the more significant because this is on, you know, the anniversary of my 5th year moving out here. I moved here September 4th, 2015, and I'm at that 5-year mark. Needless to say, I know a little more. My feelings have changed on certain pros and cons, and yeah, here are the pros and cons from a transplant who's been here 5 years, I guess is what we'll call this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the cons, because isn't that why you're here? Honestly, it's like shit on Seattle and then shit on me for choosing to live here, right? Anyway, no, I'm playing. First con, the weather. All right, it's never not gonna be a con. I miss the sun. All right, you know, the summer, anybody who subscribed to the channel knows I'm happier, I'm more pleasant, I'm out and about doing things, I am moving, shaking, I am happy. And oftentimes what happens is in like the dead of winter, when it is dank around here and wet, I am miserable. You know, you go days and days and days where the sky is just gray, and that mess is so depressing. It was so funny. I was driving down 405, and this was like years ago now. It wouldn't be a thing, but I was driving down 405 on a day that was just very gray and no rain, and driving down the highway, I was just like, oh my God, this is so depressing. Like, I can only imagine what this does to somebody, you know, who's more susceptible than I am. And you hear vitamin D deficiency come up often, and there's a part of me that feels like, you know, my mood swings may be due to that sometimes, but honestly, I think just adulting and life living is typically more of the issue than my lack of sun exposure. Especially too because there's all sorts of lights that you can buy if you're deficient, if it's that deep. So yeah, I think I'd be in my feelings whether or not I was here, because I just be in my feelings. Like, that's just who I am. Next con I would definitely have to say is the traffic. I feel like the traffic is getting worse, and there's a lot of development going on. Light rail is turning, you know what I'm saying, the I-5 commute home into a nightmare. And for the most part, I opt out of I-5 altogether. I'm a back street gal. I live for Waze. That is an app that I never thought I would need to entertain, but because of the construction, because of frequent car accidents, all these different things that are living in Seattle, it is super duper important that you know your alternative routes. And thankfully, for the most part, the city is one large grid, so there's always a way around. There's always a way to avoid, evade, and stay off, stay on rather the roads less traveled. And I appreciate that, because traffic, and I don't know if it's just the atmosphere, people are bolder, people are angrier, people will literally stop traffic, roll down their windows, try to tell you about yourself. Like, people are angry, people are mad in their cars. And as a result, I have gained lots and lots of settlement money because some of y'all don't know how to keep your car off of somebody else's car. The next con that I would say is definitely not the freeze, but these surface level relationships that oftentimes you have with people. It can be hard to find your tribe as a result. I think you end up wasting a lot of time with people that you think have potential. And the personality type is either, and there are a couple personality types out here in Seattle. You've got, your everyday appropriateness hipster who is harmless. Most of the people that you're going to see out and about in the city are probably going to fit that type, unfortunately. Some of them are well-read. Some of them are pretending to be well-read. Some of them took a missionary trip to Africa and think they're, more woke than you. They read, the teachings of, a Marcus Garvey or a and they think they know your struggle now. They want to be allies, but they lack empathy, those types. And then you have, your grodier types, your down home flannel types, And all of these people aren't necessarily my people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily saying that my people are black people. And more importantly, our differences don't necessarily mean that we won't gel. I've just found that sometimes you get to talking with people, and the longer you're in conversation or the more drinks flow, you get a better sense of who they are and what they stand for. You know, those surface level conversations don't tell you anything about these people. You know, it's that 5th or 6th meetup when y'all, you know, are on, you know, whiskey, ginger, whatever your drink of choice is, and they start hitting you with, you know, you're not like everybody else, you're different, so I can tell you all this problematic shit that I wouldn't think to tell somebody else, you know. A con for me as a black woman is being the token. Unfortunately, that is something I deal with and dealt with, like, at my last gig. And like, you know, when you are one of the few black people frequenting a place, there's certain lingo that you hear, and it's not necessarily microaggression, but just this whole, you were being straight up professional with the person that, you know, just left with their coffee, why you talking about sister girl and all this other stuff with me, you know, just shit like that. Next con. This video is going to get way more dislikes than the original video, and I'm living for it because I'm 5 years in, bro. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me what I'm saying is not true, okay? And it's my truth at the end of the day, okay? It's my truth. Next con. Rent is still too damn high, and that is with the, you know, price of homes, you know, starting to plateau, and there are lots of vacancies, lots of apartment vacancies, and you would think that with all of the open space that rent prices would kind of plateau as well. And I'm finding that the nicer places are getting more expensive, and then the places that aren't so great are maintaining their prices. And who wants to stay in a shitty place or a place that, like, hasn't been renovated in over 40 years? Like, no one wants to do that. It's a big part of the reason why me personally, I have not moved yet. I'm not moving until my next move is like a super duper upgrade. And I go back and forth. I toss this idea up in the air all the time about whether or not I want to move to something slightly better or I want to make that big jump. And there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes right now in my life where I'm just like, girl, just hold on a little bit longer, just pump your brakes and hold on a little bit longer. You've been waiting this long, you might as well just keep waiting. So I think I'm gonna wait for these prices to go down. I mean, Seattle rent's always gonna be too damn high. Hell, we've got our large homeless population as a result of this, or partly as a result of this rather. So it would make sense that, you know, little old broke ass me would have problems too. I'm looking at the time on this video and I'm just not realizing that I'm still not done covering the cons. So what I think I'll do is I'll make this a series, and I just wanted to, like I said, kick off the month of September and prepping for this, like, Seattle centric stuff. So, you know, this is a thank you to anybody who came to the channel looking for Seattle content and stuck around because they liked me well enough. This is for you. And this is for anybody else who discovers me because of my old ass pros and cons video. These videos are for you. I hope to have a nice playlist, a nice healthy chunk of stuff. I want to talk neighborhoods, I want to talk schools, I want to talk everything. If you have questions, leave them down in the comment section below, because after the month of September, I'm going back to doing what the hell I want to do, okay? And I'll be doing what I want to do in the month of September as well, but we'll get Seattle centric. It's the 5-year anniversary. Get hype, bitches, get hype. So yeah, that's all I have. You know, I gotta start editing this video down, you know what I'm saying? Doing my best to keep monetized and advertiser friendly. We done cussed up a storm and said a bunch of things that we probably shouldn't have said, but we'll give it a go. You know, like I said, we got, you know, the tail end of August and 30 days in September to get this right. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit, you know, my subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you know every single time I post. Because of the good old yellow $ of death, it's super important that y'all join the notification squad. A lot of y'all don't get videos not because I'm not posting, but because you are not a part of that squad. So hook it up. Be one of the first to comment and show love. I'm most active as soon as the videos post. So if you want to talk, shoot the shit, hit me up. Till later, and until next video, peace, 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 positive people.